You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. How are we? It's a lovely day, like it was last month up here on the rooftop in Liverpool city centre. A lot to talk about. Let's get straight into it. But before we do, as always, it's not much to ask, is it? But like the video, please. And subscribe if you have not already. Really nice win last night, wasn't it? I watched the highlights. I didn't get to watch the full game. But 4 goals, you know, it was a packed out stadium. We saw the young lads, we saw the new lads, we saw the older lads play. And overall, big tick, you know, great workout. Some really nice goals scored as well. So really looking forward to seeing what you guys thought of that game last night in the comments, where we played Karlsruhe SC. Okay, we won 5-2 goals, 4-2 goals from Darwin Nunez. The front lads, Jota got 2 and Gakpo got 1. But we started that game. Kelleher was in goal, amidst the rumours that he'll be leaving. Connor Bradley started right back, number 84, with Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. But the big news was that Trent Alexander-Arnold, for the first time ever, I would say, started in central midfield on purpose for Liverpool in that kind of central position. He was with Bobby Clark, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Nunez and Salah all started. And then on the bench, how many names did we see come on? Jaros we saw in goal. Jarrell Quensah played second half at centre-back. We saw Jota come on, Gakpo, McAllister, Ali Macha, Tsimikas, Scanlon, Ben Doak as well. We've seen how impressive he's been in training recently. James McConnell, Joe Gomez, who's now Liverpool's longest-serving player, actually, after Henderson has potentially left today, and Louis Koumas, who's actually Jason Koumas' son, who you might remember that name from the mid-noughties at Tranmere. But yeah, great goals. The quality was good. I thought Nunez should have buried it with his right foot, give it to Salah, he's given it back, a nice little left-footed finish. Gakpo, excellent finish, and Jota, 2 excellent finishes. One was assisted by Alexis McAllister, which I'm buzzing about. Sobbo got a good run out as well. He was buzzing after the game. His dad, I think, was there. So these are just big ticks, right? Yes, we conceded 2. One of them, unstoppable. To be fair, both of them were unstoppable. The keeper maybe should have done better with the second goal. But especially the first one, what a strike. That is a dream strike against Liverpool. And we were actually 2-1 down at one point. So nice to come back and win it. Jota getting 2 goals in the last 2 minutes to seal up that first pre-season win of the season. Next up, again, we've got the likes of Leicester, for some reason, I don't know why we're playing them, Bayern Munich, and a few other teams as well, which I actually can't remember / pronounce. But that's not a bad thing, right? It's a beautiful time pre-season, but it would be more beautiful if we actually made that new signing. And I'm talking about another midfielder / a centre-back, because again, we know that these 2 positions are still needed. Now, a little update for you on the Jordan Henderson situation. It's rumoured now that it isn't £700,000 a week, it's £350,000 a week, which again is probably triple what Jordan Henderson is on. But I guess that negotiating of getting that wage down, getting the fee up has maybe had something to do with that. We're hearing £12 million plus add-ons, right? Now, whatever you think about Jordan Henderson, we're still talking about a player, a legend for Liverpool, England international, 2 years left on his contract, fit as a fiddle as we saw last week. But I just didn't want it to end like this for Jordan. I think the discourse over the last week or so between fans has really made us think. Sorry, by the way, if you can see a little flickering handpiece, that's just to keep the camera steady, so don't focus on that at all if you can. But I didn't want this to end like this for Hendo. He deserved a lot more, and when you look at the discourse around this signing for Al Ettifaq in the last week or so, again, and not a loads of great stuff that's come out of the online chat and other fan channels around this. There's no doubting the fact that Jordan Henderson is a Liverpool legend. I just wanted, and I hope you guys did as well, I wanted him to get that send-off that he deserved. When you look at other players that have had great send-offs, even Lucas Leiva, for example, he was at Liverpool 10 years. Henderson, for example, isn't going to get that, right? He's played his last minutes for Liverpool, and it's just a shame how it's all ended. Listen, he gets his big move to Saudi. We're hearing as well that Fabinho will get tied up as soon as possible as well. So again, probably coming to the end of these conversations now around Henderson and Fabinho. 6 midfielders now that have left Liverpool. How do we feel? We're also hearing today that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has been offered a deal out in Saudi as well. So could we see 3? Yes, 3 Liverpool midfielders end up there towards the end of the window, who knows? But again, it hasn't ended well for Henderson. It hasn't ended well for Fabinho. I think the discourse around him has been a lot fairer on him, but because Hendo's been such a big campaigner for the gay rights, the gay community, also Black Lives Matter, it does feel hypocritical, I'm not going to lie, right? You can't campaign for all these things and then kind of go to Saudi. He's going to get asked some really awkward questions, guys. You know, that's the first thing he might get asked in a press conference. You know, if there's any Western journalists there who want to try and get a tasty, fiery answer out of him, he's going to have to deal with those situations. Now, when we're looking again at players to come in and replace Hendo, we're looking at, you have to come in and be a number 6. You've got to have experience, you've got to have leadership, because we're losing our captain, vice-captain, Milner, Henderson, Fabinho, Ox, Keita even. All these guys have won all the trophies with Liverpool in the last 5 years. So to just see them off and not replace them with some kind of experience, I think would be a massive mistake. Now, we saw last night what the future midfield could look like with Trent. We saw Sobo, we saw McAllister, again Thiago still to come back, Curtis Jones as well, Harvey Elliott can play in that position as well. But I'm not having this thing of, you know, we've made 52 million on Fabinho and Henderson, which is actually really good when you look at the numbers on paper. But I'm not having this thing of, oh, well, we don't need to replace them. We have to replace them. And this is where Liverpool have actually fallen down in the past, by not replacing these lads. So, again, how many times the Lavias, the Florentino Luises, the Amrabats, the Calvin Phillipses, for some reason he is considered as a serious option for Liverpool, which I don't like at all. But as the time is ticking on now, guys, I mean, we started these on the radar shows probably 6 weeks ago. There's 5 weeks now until the end of the window. I mean, let's make a prediction. When do we sign the next player? Who will it be? Again, I spoke yesterday about the Colwell deal being off because Fofana is now injured. That looks like it's an absolute no-go. So all of a sudden, you're actually running out of names a little bit here to actually go in for. So we can assume that Jorge Schmadtke, his diary is full up, whether that's scouting or recommending new players to Klopp. We don't know. But there's still lots to happen, as we know. There's 6 weeks to go in the window. Hopefully there's at least 2 more names that coming in. And again, if you look at the pre-season schedule, it's tight, but we turn around to play in 25 days now. So how long does a new signing actually need in pre-season to actually get a really settled and be ready for the new season? I don't know. Is that 2 games in pre-season? Is it 3? Ideally, they would have had the whole run like McAllister and Sobo. But if we do bring in a Lavia, for example, I think maybe he brings that number down just because he's played in the Premier League and he's young, he's got legs, etc. But in my opinion, again, Palhinha's been involved in the rumours. In my opinion, we have to get that sorted out and done, I would say, in the next 2.5 weeks to give the lads another 2.5 weeks to really get ready for the season. And trust me, that season is going to come around quick. The games are going to be coming thick and fast. There's going to be international breaks before you know it. So as much as we're enjoying the summer, there's still so much work to be done from Liverpool. But let me know if you did watch the full game last night. Who were your standout performers? Let me know in the comments down below. Was it one of the young lads? Were you impressed by the pressing of the likes of Sobo? I saw Klopp interviewed after the game and he was really encouraging about Sobo, that he pressed really well. And what do you actually make of Trent playing in the midfield? We saw him pinging the ball left, right and centre last night. Is that going to be his new role? Are we going to see a lot more of Conor Bradley at right back? He's been speaking to the media out there. He's been saying that he's not only in the squad just to make the numbers up, he really wants to fight and be a part of it. And I think that lineup last night showed what the future of Liverpool could actually look like. We will be seeing a lot more Conor Bradley unless we do buy a right back. Again, been linked recently to Pavard. We've seen Trent play in the midfield. We've seen our new lads start. It's all positive. It's all exciting. But the job is not done yet. I guarantee you it is not done yet. And Liverpool have to act quickly now to get their main men through the door. The ones that they want. Not the ones that have been rumoured around. Because I'm going to be honest. If we sign Calvin Phillips, I'm going to be absolutely devastated. If I'm honest. So again, names still coming through. We'll keep you updated here on the radar. I mentioned yesterday we're going to do an exciting video next week with my girlfriend where I test her football knowledge out, because I've been with her for 8 years now. I actually joined, that's a bad thing to say, me and her got together at the same time Jurgen Klopp joined Liverpool. So I don't know what we want to read out of that, but we're going to ask her some quiz questions. If I get her to get 5 wrong, she has to buy me dinner. If she gets 5 right out of the 10, I have to buy her dinner. So make sure you watch that next week. I'm trying to involve her in the channel a bit more. And then in a couple of weeks, we'll be back with Hot Topics from the studio in Liverpool. That will probably be on a Wednesday now because of my commitments down in London with DR Sports. For all these other commitments, there's no way they overlap with the Kop TV. We're still giving you the on the radars. We're still going to be doing cool videos next season, like you saw the abseiling, all this stuff that we can do for you, we want to, because you guys in terms of an audience have been unbelievable in the last year or so, and we want to treat you and make sure you've got the content that matches your loyalty to the channel. So again, vlogs, you know, away days in Europe is something we definitely want to do. But the question I have to you is, what more stuff do you want to see on the channel? Okay, I mean, myself, Mario, Doyle, you know, James, Ruby, the outer team, if I can call it that. Again, we're open to new ideas. So if you want to see new content, if you want to see different content, just tell me, what do you want to see, and we'll make it happen, because that discourse between myself and you guys as the viewers is super important. A couple of people have been messaging me about an ear update. I've had this stick thing put in my ear canal, which I'm supposedly having out tomorrow, but that's keeping the canal open so the antibiotics can get through. Guys, it's been a nightmare. If you ever have any ear infection questions, come to me, because I feel like I am an expert in this field now. But there you go. Big win last night in pre-season. Nothing to get too excited about, but nice to see Darwin scoring in that number 9 shirt. Salah played really well. An assist for Alexis. The new lads started really well. The young lads are coming into the shape of things as well. They're hard at training right now. And of course, we're talking about Henderson. Is it his final day as a Liverpool player, and who else is going to leave and who else is joining? That's the main questions we ask here on the radar. But until tomorrow, that's it, guys. Make sure you like the video, comment with everything that I've asked you about down below, and subscribe to the channel. Take care.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.